The jungle was really tough. It was much tougher than I thought, but I gained a lot more strength than I would have expected. I feel like I was like Laura Croft up in there. I don't know. I walked out of there feeling a bigger sense of confidence and just fearlessness. And I've grown some amazing friendships out of it that I'm really excited for. Didn't finish that thought. But yeah, I really did surprise myself. I think I went up against some things that I would never do in my normal life, and I met it head on, and I was kind of proud of myself that I walked away feeling like I conquered some fear. I mean, going in that terror train, I was really, really nervous because it was my first trial, and I had no idea how I was going to react to these things. Cockroaches stink. I constantly smelled. And then, yeah, I got a lot of challenges that were stinky. That fish pond was absolutely disgusting and atrocious. And they didn't show all this, but those rats in that bed were horny, freaky creatures. Just for the record, I don't think they really showed that. So the first batch came in, and I was like nervous. I'm like, oh my God, rats! And they came in and they were fine. You know, they kind of checked me out a little bit. But there was the second and the third batch. I don't know if they like pumped them full of Viagra or something beforehand, but they were getting it on, and I felt very uncomfortable. The men are fully capable of taking care of themselves. So they would take care of themselves and then approach the lady very aggressively, possibly 2-on-1. It was really uncomfortable, and I started to feel for one of the female rats in there. I was like, can somebody help this girl out right now? She's getting gangbanged, and I'm watching it. It's very uncomfortable. And that's why I stayed in there so long, because I was like, what is happening? I'm watching rat porn. It was really weird. Yeah, really, really strange. I swear to God, like the first batch came in and they were running around checking out the second and third batch, and then they go really fast. So they suck themselves off and they stop, and then they pounce on the girl, and they're like, brrr. And there was one girl that's getting totally abused. She was just sitting there arching back and forth against the glass, 2 or 3 at a time, constantly happening all over the place right in front of my eyes, and it was very disturbing. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Everybody had left, you know, my whole team that was with me in the bedbug challenge was gone, so it was just me and the rats getting it on. I felt like some Barry White should have come over the speakers, and I mean, needed a little bit of mood music. Really weird. There's some hard times in the jungle. You're bored, you're starving, you're sleep deprived, you miss your family, your friends. But quitting was never an option. I mean, I signed up for it. And I was having hard times, but I was like, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to push through and give it my all and surrender to the whole jungle experience. But there was definitely some hard times. I definitely felt like I got along with everybody. There wasn't anybody that I was like, oh my God, I cannot stand you. So yeah, I felt like I got along good with my campmates. Hugo and I bonded, I think, the most. I mean, I was at Snake Rock before I was at Croc Creek, and we were more of the same age. And so I think we bonded kind of quickly, and then we started butting it up on challenges as well. So yeah, I mean, he's my buddy, and I've hung out with him a few times now outside of camp, and David as well. David and I get along really well. He's a funny guy. Charlie and I have emailed a few times, so I think those will be my friends for life.